Today, we are talking about something that is very exciting, especially if you're looking to get into the real estate market for the first time. There's a new product that came out just yesterday, April 1st, and it's not an April Fool's joke. It's the FHSA. And if you don't know what that is, this is the perfect video for you. We're going to be going through every single thing you need to know about the first time home savings account here in Canada that is absolutely brand new. So stay tuned to find out more. But if this is your first time here, my name's Nick and welcome to Ways to Wealth. So first, we're going to talk a little bit about what an FHSA is. And if you're not familiar with the acronym, it's First Home Savings Account. And this is a new registered account that has been introduced by the Canadian government, which will allow you, the prospective first-time home buyer, to save for your first home tax-free. Now, this is a brand new product. It was just introduced on April 1st of 2023, and this new account is a great savings vehicle for you and your home buying goals because you can withdraw tax-free if it's used for your down payment. Now that we've covered the groundwork, let's talk about the rules. To open an FHSA, you must be a Canadian resident, aged 18 or older, and the FHSA can remain open for 15 years or until the year you turn 71 or until the following year of your first home purchase. It is important to note a first-time home buyer is defined as somebody who in the past 4 calendar years has not lived in a qualifying home. Now, what is a qualifying home, you ask? This means if you, your spouse, or a common law partner has owned a residence and you have lived in it, well, then you will not be eligible. For qualified participants, you will be able to invest up to $8,000 per year, up to a max contribution limit of $40,000. Unused contributions will be able to be carried forward. This is very similar to the TFSA. And for example, if you contributed $4,000 in your year one, then you would have room in year two of $12,000. That would be your unused amount. And it is important to note that the FHSA can be used once and one time only. Next up, we're going to talk a little bit about what you can actually invest in. And I know this is a common misconception, especially with the TFSA and the FHSA with the savings word in there. What does that actually mean? Well, the fact is that you don't have to invest only in a savings account. You are actually able to invest in a multitude of different things, whether it's mutual funds, stocks, ETFs, GICs, and both corporate and government bonds. So it allows you to invest in many different things on the risk scale, all the way from stocks down to GICs. So make sure to take that into account when you open up your FHSA. Now, here's an important question. What happens if you don't buy a home? Maybe you decide that renting is the best for you. Well, you would be able to transfer your FHSA to either an RRSP or a RIF. Now, a RIF is for those that are in the retirement age, but for most of us that are in the younger age, we'll be looking at an RRSP. An important note here is that this will not affect your RRSP contribution room and can essentially create an additional $40,000 for you to contribute to your RRSP. Again, if the funds from the FHSA are used to purchase your first home, then they can be used tax-free. You take it out of the bank and you put it on your down payment. But if you decide not to buy and transfer into an RSP, it is important to note that you will be taxed upon redemption whenever you want to pull it out of your RRSP. So what are some other things that we should consider? You can use your brand new FHSA in conjunction with the home buyer's plan, the HBP, which will allow you to borrow up to $35,000 from your RRSP. Also, if you're buying this real estate with somebody, you are able to combine both of your FHSAs and your HBPs. So that can really help with the down payment and something to definitely take into consideration. Now that we've covered the groundwork, given you some ideas about how the FHSA can be important for you, we're going to discuss a little bit about what's going on right now. So we'll flip over to this global news article and talk a little bit about how the banks have kind of come along with actually being able to open these accounts within their institutions. So global news did reach out to Canada's Big Six, as well as some financial institutions, to hear about their plans for rolling out the savings account. Institutions that spoke to global news on the week of March 13 said that they were keen to offer, but none could confirm they would be ready by the April 1st due date. However, on March 31st, somebody from QUESTRADE reached out and said they will be good to go. So QUESTRADE is probably one of the first ones that will actually be able to come online. We also have Royal Bank here, said it was looking to offer it sometime in the spring. Your TD, CIBC, and BMO was looking at 2023 tax year, and Scotiabank said it also hopes to offer it soon. So this is definitely some interesting literature. Depending on who you bank with, reach out to them, get a better understanding yourself about when this will come online, because it could be a super important tool for you, especially with housing prices so high. You got to take all the advantages you can. To summarize, this is an awesome opportunity for you to put money aside instead of having it in a savings account that you're going to be taxed at. Now being able to put it into a vehicle which you can pull out tax-free to put into your first home. This seems like an absolute no-brainer. I hope everybody does a little bit more homework with their own financial institution to start getting involved in this, especially if you are a first-time home buyer. Now, if you like this real estate content, we cover it all the time on the channel. Make sure to check out these two videos to learn more about what my thoughts are on the real estate market. I hope you all have a great week in the markets. Happy trading.